so welcome to your week 1 of Restore the Core. All you're going to need today is your Pilates mat and your Pilates ball. Okay, so let's just get going. We're going to start off in a 4-point kneeling position. So roughly where we finished off, where our warm-up ended. So you're going to place the ball in between those knees. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders, and our knees are just going to slightly come underneath the hips. Okay, you're going to tuck your toes under. We're going to start off with a little knee hover. This is a great exercise to activate the core. So we're going to breathe in to prepare. As you exhale, we're going to see if we can helicopter those knees up a few inches off your mat. Inhale, take it slowly down. And we're going to go again. Exhale, gently lift and float off those knees. Inhale, slowly down. Just going to do a couple more of these, and I'm just going to give you a couple of things to think about as you're doing them. So the idea is to try and keep the neck in line with your entire spine. Try not to drop your head down if you can. Our heads are actually quite heavy, they're around 5 kg. So it is important that we try and maintain the posture and the alignment if possible. You also want to think about activating that core as you squeeze that ball gently. We're only thinking about 30%, remember, we're not trying to over-exaggerate the squeeze. And if your wrists are sore, always remember you can come down onto your elbows, or you can always place a few blocks underneath them as well to just elevate the shoulders. Okay guys, you've got one more for me. As you exhale, and again, little squeeze and release, and then take that back down. Perfect. Okay, you are now going to place your ball underneath your right hand for me. Your left hand's going to stay down onto the floor. So think about those shoulders again. Let's just draw them back. We're going to reach back with our left leg. So right hand on the ball, left leg is going to come behind. All right, checking in now with the pelvic posture. See if you can square your hips towards your mat. So we're going to balance balance your hand underneath the ball, and we're going to do a little leg kick. So we're going to draw the knee in on an in-breath. As you exhale, you're going to push it away. So a little slide along the floor is a great perfect beginner's exercise to start here. Now everyone might be at various stages kind of doing the postnatal kind of restore the core. So if you like the opportunity to level this up, all you're going to do is kick that leg now back and then add a little leg lift. Slowly return the foot down and then return the knee. Inhale as you return. Exhale as you kick. So also think about what's happening around the core here, guys. If you are kind of dropping into your tummy muscles like this, then you might just be losing a little bit of that support centrally. So maybe not take your leg as high, maybe take out the leg kick side of it as well, or just think about your breathing and see if you can just contract your tummy muscles that little bit more. All right, guys, you've only got 2 more here. And we have 1 more, and we're going to do a little hold. Okay, from there, you're going to bring your attention now to that right hand. You're going to just do a little ball roll, forwards and backwards, like a little rolling pin. Can you keep that level of support? If needs be, drop the toes. Absolutely fine. You're still going to be working the same muscles. You're just taking it a little layer down. Remember to keep breathing in and out. All right, guys, you've got 3 to go. 3 and 2 and 1 more, and slowly return that. Woo! Okay, let's take a little stretch and just ease off those shoulders. So bring your hands down, draw that ball away, little stretch into that child's pose, and gently roll it back up. All right, guys, we've got the other side. You ready? Okay, so let's take now your left hand onto the ball, right hand down onto the floor. Right leg this time is going to do the kick back. So check back in with that posture, and when you're ready, let's begin. You breathe out as you tap back. Amazing. Now don't be alarmed if one side feels a little bit more challenging than the other. Always remember, our bodies are not perfect. We learn a lot about our bodies in Pilates. It is all about movement. It's about kind of replicating a little bit of symmetry if we can. If you want to add that little leg kick now, go for it. So we're going to do a little tap up and a tap down. And kind of in this 4th trimester period as well, we learn a lot about our bodies again. It has been through a massive change over the last 9 months during your pregnancy. And we continue to kind of go into those changes in that 4th trimester as well. So don't be so hard on yourself. Just remember, you are here, you are beginning off this journey, and we are here to guide you through it. All right, guys, you've only got another 4 more to go. So can you tap that leg back if you can? Keep with that breath. Think about the posture still, just checking in with the body from time to time. We've only got 2. And you have 1 more, guys. Can you do a little hold there? Can you now roll the ball like that rolling pin? We go forwards and backwards. We're keeping that control. Really nice. Keeping that chest high if you can. And we go for 3. Remember, you can drop those toes. We go for 2. And we go for 1 more. And gently bring that in. Really nice. All right, let's take another little stretch down. So part those knees, drop your bum to your heels, and roll that ball away. That always feels really nice. Add that little bit of recovery in between. Deep breath in, and then gently bring it all the way up. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do a little exercise now just for the shoulders. So again, always thinking about the posture and how that changes during pregnancy and those early stages of being postnatal. So we're going to bring it down now onto our bellies. Now for those who are early C-sections, please just be mindful lying on your tummy. If you would like to put a little cushion or a towel there, that is also fine. But we're not here for too long. So all I want you to do with your ball is you're going to place it just underneath kind of your chest. What that will do will elevate those shoulders. Okay, now remember before I said about the head being quite heavy. So we do need to try and keep that the back of the neck elevated. Think about not having any wrinkles at the back of your head. All right, so we're going to bring those hands either side. Your elbows are going to be wide, like little candlesticks, facing down towards the floor. Okay, bringing our attention now to our shoulder blades. I want you to take a breath in. As you exhale, all you're going to do is elevate and float those elbows up, and then inhale, slowly take it back down. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze and gently lift, and then slowly down. Now make sure the lower half of your body is nice and relaxed. Your thighs, your toes, everything should be nice and still. I like to call that kind of selective relaxation. All right, good work. So you should feel kind of now those shoulder blades coming together. You should feel that activation in that upper back. Really nice. Okay, I'm going to give you a little option to progress if you would like it. So if you can now hold and hover those arms, and we're going to just glide those arms forwards as if you're kind of swimming them forwards, and then gently draw those elbows back and then lower them back down. Now if the double arms feels a little bit too much, you can do single arms, one at a time, like so. Again, always offering you guys some variations and some modifications if you need them. Okay, we're going to keep going for another 3. Breathing in, exhale, little squeeze. See if you can stretch and reach. Slowly bring it down. We've got 2 more. Beautiful. All right, guys, on your next one, you're going to hold those arms forwards if you can. If, again, that feels too much, keep those elbows just lifted at the sides of the body. We're going to do a little swim here. So we're just going to pedal those palms up and down. Imagine you're kind of just on the surface of water here, just looking down, gazing towards the bottom of the ocean. And we're breathing in and out as we swim and paddle those hands. Remember, you can bring those elbows at the sides and you're still working hard here as well. All right, guys, you've got another 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Gently draw back. Can you insert those fingers behind your lower back, and then give that a little stretch there as you just pull down towards your heels. Beautiful. Woo. Okay, let's now take this onto our sides. So we're going to gently come around. Nice little easy transition there. Okay, so we're going to bring those knees together. Your feet are going to be stacked. We're going to stay in this kind of short-legged position. Your ball is going to be just placed in front where your hand is here. Okay, so your arm is going to go long, and again, if you would like a little cushion underneath your head, please feel free to grab yourself one. Okay, now lying on your side, a lot of things can happen, a lot of our posture can change. So I want you to think, again, checking back in with that posture. Can you stack your hips on top of each other? I always call this little waistline lift as if you've got a little Malteser in there. So imagine you're kind of not melting your Malteser. Your hand's just going to be placed on the ball for a little bit of activation here to try and activate the top half of your abdominal wall. Alright, we're going to start off with a little leg lift. So we're going to take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, you're going to lift that top leg up. We're going to inhale, take it slowly down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, slowly down. So we're just taking the feet and the knees away from each other. Again, maintaining that alignment if you can. We're now working the muscles that support the hips, outside the pelvis. Really good. Alright guys, let's do a little pulse. We're going to do 2 pulses at the top and then slowly take that down. 2 pulses at the top and down. Perfect work. Keeping that going. Fantastic. Little breaths here and there. Alright, you got 4 more. And we go for 3. Keep that going. Give me 2. Okay guys, you're going to hold it up on your last one. Can you stay there? Can you keep pulsing? We're going to be here for 10. And 9. 8. 7. Little press on that ball. For 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. We're going to hold that there. And I know it can get fiery. But from here, we're going to circle round. So small range circles. Keeping it nice and, I say easy for week 1, probably not easy, you can still feel the spice and the fire in this, but it's a great place to start guys. Now when you circle those, that hip around, again try not to kind of allow your upper body to move, can you really stabilize through it? Alright, you've got 2 more, and give me 1 more, and now change your direction. Now when we get to kind of our week 3, we're going to start to add some ankle weights here guys. So you're going to feel that little bit of a difference as we progress through this series. Very good. Alright, you have another 4. And 3. Give me 2. Last one. And gently bring that down. Really nice. Alright, give your bum a little rub, a little pat. Fantastic work. Okay guys, from here you're going to roll onto your backs. So nice and slowly, we're going to bring ourselves around. So we're going to find ourselves into our rest position. We spoke about this in an earlier video. If you need to go back to that video, you are welcome to. Okay, so let's think about that posture. Feet, knees, hips, everything is in line. We're going to take that ball in between the hands with our palms facing in. Now this is great. So for those who have maybe a separation in the abdominal wall, that diastasis recti, this is going to really help you guys to kind of think about activating those upper abs. So we start off with a breath. As you exhale, you're going to press your hands into that ball. We're going to inhale, release. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you release. Exhale as you press. Lovely. Now we're going to stay with that breath and stay with that activation, but we're going to add on. So can you now lift one knee to a single tabletop as you press? We inhale, take it down. Exhale, same leg, lifts up. Okay, from there, we're going to see if we can now maybe change the leg. So we lift up, now the opposite knee. And we're going to start to now do a couple more on this side before we take this into a little march. Now when your knee elevates, try not to bring it too close towards your chest. Notice how my knee just stays just above my hip at that 90 degrees. Alright guys, let's now start to march each leg up. Now when you kind of lift and alternate between these legs, sometimes you can find your weight transference can really rock from side to side. If you can, The aim of this exercise is to reduce the amount of weight transference. Can you control it that little bit more? You can use things like the breathing, you can use things like that trans abs activation, that ball, or even just that general mind-body connection. Really nice. All right, you got one more each side, and then we're gonna hold one knee up. Okay, can you keep it there? Can you do a little knee pulse? Just pulsing and hovering still over the hip. Can you feel kind of your core switching on that side? Can you press into that ball that little bit more? Really nice. And keep now the squeeze around the ball. Keep that little pulse. Welcome back to your core, everybody. We're here for another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly lower it down. We go straight to the other side. Lift that leg, contract and pulse. Breathing in and out. Now let's try and stay with that breath. This kind of preps you back to our 100 pulses. Obviously we're using the knees for this and those hips. Usually we use our hands. Keep it going. We're almost there. We've got 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Give me one more and slowly take that down. Woo, all right, really nice. Okay, we're now going to place the ball in between the knees and we're going to finish off with a little bridge before we take it to the other side. So just rest your hands down at the sides, palms facing towards the floor. Little squeeze into that ball. Okay, let's think about rolling the pelvis. So we did a little bit of this at the start. So we find that little posterior tilt. We're going to keep our feet nice and close towards the hips so that if they're too far away, sometimes you can feel it in your back. So get them a little bit closer towards you. Palms are still down. We're going to roll up into our bridge and gently roll it all the way down. Now with the bridge, this can be quite a challenging exercise. A lot of people just kind of lift the hips up away from the floor and forget to kind of get your core involved. So if you take a little look at how I'm kind of rolling in, we want to think about peeling up through the spine, like a little sticker away from your mat. And then when you come back down, think about drawing down from the rib cage, then into that mid back, lower back, and then pelvis being the last thing to touch the floor. So you roll and lift, little squeeze through that ball, and then gently bring it down. And we're going to do 3 more here. Little lift, little squeeze, and slowly down. And we roll it up again, little lift, little squeeze, and down. Now on our next one, we're going to do a little hold. Okay, now if you would like the option to layer this up, you can raise your arms over your chest with your palms facing towards each other. Now again, if you've got an extra ball, this is quite nice again to just activate those upper abs, or maybe place a towel or something, or you can just have them free. All right guys, we're going to squeeze into that ball, 30% only, and we're going to do some pulses at the top. Releasing the glutes and working those thighs as you activate and squeeze them back. All right, we're almost there. Really good. Keep it going. Keep firing. If this feels too much with your hands up, remember you can place them back down onto the floor. And remember, if you do feel it in your lower back, get those feet a little bit closer towards you. All right, guys, you have another 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Give me one more, guys, and then slowly return. Woo, place those hands down, really nice. All right, take that ball away. Part those feet the width of your mat and just take a little stretch side to side. Okay, we're gonna do that side series, the other side to finish. So gently bring yourselves over onto your sides. Press your hands into the floor nice and slowly. Bring yourselves up. We're gonna place those feet the opposite way. And we're going to come down. Okay, lengthen through that arm again, set that posture. Remember that little waistline lift, a little Malteser. Stacking those hips. Ball's just going to come in front and we're going to rest our hand onto it. 30% activation. Are we ready? Okay, let's start off with that little leg lift and lower. Perfect. So we're working a lot of the bigger muscle groups today as well as the smaller ones. This is like a bit of a full body workout It's great for our week one, just to connect, get our body moving, if anything. Really nice. Okay guys, can we add those 2 pulses? Are you ready? So we're going to pulse, pulse, and slowly down. Pulse, and slowly down. Remembering that breathing again. Always inhale as you bring it down. Exhale as you lift it. Everyone is doing so good. Just staying with me. Almost there. Fantastic. Alright guys, we're going to add those leg circles. But before we do so, guess what? We have 10 pulses still to go. So when you now lift up that leg, can you hold it? Can you pulse it at the top? Can you maintain that alignment? Press into that ball if you need to. Keep breathing in and out. Really good. I'm still with you. Keep going. Stay with me as well. All right, we have 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath and hold it there. Don't let it come down. We go straight into them leg circles. Breathing in and out. That's it. And see if you can do full circles, no cheating. Okay, coming all the way around is key. Nicely done. 2 and 1. Let's change that direction. Opposite way we go. Circling it round. Very nice. Can you still keep that waistline lifted? That Malteser still hasn't melted. All right, really good. 3 and 2. Give me 1 more, guys. Woo! Slowly down. All right, little pat on the bum there. Brilliant. Okay, we're now going to bring it all the way up. Woo. Okay, if you now take yourself to your cool down video, we'll take you through a series of stretches. Fantastic work, everybody, for week 1, and I'll see you ready for week 2.